Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're zeroing in on the business career of Donald Trump.
Right. We're using a collection of information, sort of our source material we're calling pasted text.
And our goal really is to cut through some of the noise. We want to pull out the key strategies, the main aspects of his business dealings.
Give you a clear overview.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what's the big picture when you look at this material?
Well, the first thing that really jumps out is the Trump organization itself. It's privately held.
Not publicly traded.
Correct. And it operates across a pretty broad range of sectors, much broader than people might think. It's not just buildings.
Right. Real estate development is obviously huge.
Right.
You know, things like Trump Tower are iconic examples.
Definitely a cornerstone.
But the sources also highlight significant involvement in hospitality. We're talking hotels, resorts.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
And a really substantial number of golf courses. That's a big piece.
Okay. Plus some ventures in entertainment, and then this whole area of branding and licensing.
Oh, absolutely. That branding part is crucial.
Yeah.
It seems maybe even more diverse than many realize.
So if we dig into the key strategies, what drove things early on?
Well, the sources point strongly to real estate, building on his father's foundation, but really aiming for those high-profile, attention-grabbing projects.
Not just continuing the family business, but scaling it up, making it more visible.
Exactly. But then you see a shift, or maybe an addition.
Yeah, the information really emphasizes leveraging the Trump name itself. It's like the brand became a product.
That's a great way to put it. It's fascinating how the name itself became this major asset.
So licensing it out.
Yes, across all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Apparel, fragrances, furniture, but also significantly on real estate projects he didn't necessarily develop himself.
Ah, okay. So attaching the name added value, presumably.
That seems to be the strategy. Tap into that aspirational image, without needing the same massive capital investment for every single venture. It was highly profitable, according to the sources.
So the brand value became almost as tangible as the physical buildings.
You could argue that, yeah. And the golf courses and resorts fit right into that.
How so?
Well, they reinforce that luxury high-end image, and they establish this sort of global footprint in the leisure market. It's a significant part of the holdings mentioned.
Okay, makes sense. Now, it wasn't all just success stories, right? The pasted text mentions challenges.
Oh, definitely. It doesn't gloss over that. It notes specific corporate bankruptcies tied to certain ventures like casinos.
Right. And lawsuits.
Numerous legal battles, yes.
Yes.
And just generally differing views on how successful financially he truly was overall. It's complex.
So a picture emerges that includes, well, setbacks and quite a bit of controversy.
Which, isn't entirely unusual when you're talking about high-stakes business, especially in volatile sectors like real estate or hospitality.
Aggressive deal-making often comes with risks.
It does. It can lead to disputes, financial pressures, things like that.
So looking at the overall impact, the sources seem clear that this business persona was really central to his public image, even way before politics.
Absolutely. That image, the master deal maker, was very carefully built up over decades. It became part of his identity.
How would you characterize his core approach based on this info?
I'd say assertive, sometimes aggressive deal-making, combined with that really powerful, constant focus on the brand.
And the information points out that all of this, his entire business history, came under intense scrutiny once he moved into politics.
Unavoidably, yes.
Yeah.
The potential conflicts, the lines between his business interest and public office, that became a huge topic.
Right. So pulling it all together from this deep dive into the pasted text, what do we see?
We see a career built on, significant real estate development, yes, but also heavily reliant on a very effective branding and licensing machine.
Plus that big footprint in golf and resorts.
Exactly. But it's also a story marked by, considerable challenges, financial ups and downs, and a lot of public debate and legal fights.
It's definitely multifaceted, which kind of leads us to a final thought for you, the listener.
Yeah.
Thinking about this whole complex picture, the real estate side, the sheer power of the brand he built, and also the resilience shown through various challenges, what single element do you think has been the most defining factor in his overall business path? Was it the buildings, the brand, or something else?
And maybe how does thinking about that influence your own perspective on business leadership or, what success even looks like in that world?
Something to mull over. That's your deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.